Hello and welcome back. Today's conversation is about marriage and why women need marriage and the five primary reasons why women need marriage. Why do women need marriage? First, before we go into the conversation, let's look at the flower. See, beautiful flower. I love the crisp white of this flower, and I also love the yellow center. The flower itself is so fresh. I love the freshness of this flower. So now that we've covered the flower, let's go into the conversation. So, first, we're going to list the reasons why women need marriage. And later, we're going to do more of an exploration of the reasons. We're going to explore the reasons further. So, first reason that women need marriage is for the legal and financial protection of women. Yes, that is the first reason. And I'm so excited to list these reasons and to go into more exploration of them. So the second reason is for the accountability, to hold men accountable, to um for the responsibility, to make sure that men do what they're supposed to do. And the third reason is for wedlock. So women can have children in wedlock. Yes. So the fourth reason is for the emotional security of women, because women need to feel safe and women need to feel secure. So it's for the emotional security of women. And of course, we'll explain more later. And the fifth reason is for status and the idea of marriage. Now, notice that I didn't say love. Love is not in that list. Why? Well, because love stand on its own. Love can stand on its own. I mean, love is a beautiful emotion. It's one of the most powerful forces in the universe. So, love is important, and it's good that people marry for love. But love, you can love without marriage. People don't need a contract to love. People don't need to be under contract to love. Um, because love stand on its own, and because of that, in the olden days, marriage was not really for love. Marriage was more for about um, protection of assets, protection of wealth, money, and transfer of property and land or what have you. Marriage was really about when women got married, it was usually for money, lifestyle, purpose, status, and of course, sometimes legacy. It was never really about love. It was actually the poor people who married for love because love was all they had. Other people married for reasons other than love. So you see, marriage was never really about love because people can get married and without love. You don't need love to get married. So this is why back in the olden days, women were not accused of not marrying for love because people had an understanding that women married for whatever reason they had to marry for. And people understood the rules of engagement back then. There was an understanding. And until, marriage started evolving, marriage became more about love. People were not going around saying, oh my God, I can't believe Catherine did not marry Donovan for love. That is absolutely wrong. Marriage is supposed to be for love. I am absolutely disappointed. People were not going around accusing women of not marrying for love. So, yes, because you do not need a contract to love, people can get married without love. But if a woman wants to be married for love, she should. It's up to her. But a woman should be able to marry for whatever reason she wants to marry for. That's all. So now we go into a more in-depth explanation of why women need marriage. Okay. So let's do that now. Yes, let's do it. Okay, so now we get to explore the reasons why women need marriage and why in the 5 reasons why women need marriage. So we're going to do an exploration of the reasons. So the first reason is for the legal and financial protection of women, because reason why, because a man can be with a woman for years and waste her time and her years and just leave her with nothing, and just leave her without consequences, and leave her without financial responsibility, just disappear, walk away, and give up. And he's within his rights to do that because there's no legal contract, there's no marriage contract. So there's no commitment. But with marriage, marriage makes it harder for the man to just leave, disappear. It makes it harder for the man to leave the woman without financial responsibility. Um, it makes it harder for the man to leave without consequences, because marriage offers the woman legal and financial protection. So, yes, this is why women need marriage, because if a man wastes a woman's time and her years, then at least with marriage, she has a legal contract. He can't just um, walk away without consequences. So she's protected. Now, what's the second reason? Well, second reason is for accountability. It's to hold men accountable, because a man can be with a woman without marriage and claim he's going to do this, that, and the other. He's going to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, one, two, three, and he doesn't, because can a man really be trusted unless there's a marriage contract? Probably not. So marriage makes the man do what he's supposed to do, what he says he's going to do, what he claims he's going to do. Because a man can claim that he's going to be with a woman forever, he's going to love her forever, etc. But really, he can't really be trusted. He's going to be faithful, or what have you. So the marriage is there to hold the man accountable, because a man can make foolish decisions um, when he's not married. But if he's married, then he knows that there's a legal contract, that there's a commitment, and he has someone to answer to, and he has to report to the control tower, or or a control tower. He has someone to answer to. So marriage is there for a man to do what he's supposed to do. It holds men accountable. Okay. So that way, he's not wasting a woman's time, and he's not acting foolish. He's not being unfaithful. He's not just freely bouncing from lily pad to lily pad, jumping from lily pad to lily pad like a frog, you know? And he's being held accountable. Okay. So now the third reason why women need marriage is for wedlock, to have children in wedlock. So that way, a woman knows that a man has made a commitment that he's going to be there to support her and her child or her children, and that she's not just giving her womb space, her womb, to just a man who is not going to be there on a regular basis, on a steady basis to support her. And she has her children in wedlock, and the children are in a safe, healthy, and stable environment, because marriage offers a stable, healthy, and safer environment for the children. So a woman can feel a little bit more safer, I mean, secure knowing that. So that's why it's called wedlock, because the man is locked in to a contract. He's being held accountable. That what you thought wedlock was just a cute word? Yes, that's what wedlock is for. And also the woman, has a contract, and it's better for her and her children that her children are born in wedlock. Okay. So, what's the fourth reason? The fourth reason is for the emotional security of women. Why? Because women need to feel safe and emotionally secure, because so that way she's not giving a man 100% who she's not married to, because she can't really fully give a man 100% because she doesn't know if the man will walk away or just disappear and just leave her with nothing. And she doesn't know that the man, she will be wasting her time with the man. So she doesn't feel safe. She doesn't feel emotionally secure. So there's that uncertainty. So she can only give the man only 75% of herself. He doesn't get to have 100% or even 99% because he has not made that commitment. But if he were to make that commitment, then she could give the man 99%. But until then, he's only getting 75% or less of her. Okay. So it's for the emotional security and the safety of women. So that way she feels a little bit more secure and safe. Yes. So what's the fifth reason? The fifth reason is for status and the idea of marriage, because women want the status of marriage and they also like the idea of marriage. Now, why status? Well, because there was a time when women were always being told that, oh, marriage is what is the biggest achievement that they can make, and um, that if they are not married by the age of 25, they will be spinsters. I cannot believe that she's not married. She will be a spinster. I'm absolutely disappointed that she's not married. Oh, yes, women were always being told that, oh, they have to be married. And that, so this way, women felt like they needed this validation, like they needed to be validated, and they needed to satisfy a societal requirement, like a societal obligation, like they needed to do this in order to feel like they've achieved the marriage requirement, so they wouldn't be spinsters. So, and also they like the idea of being married. And of course, back to the status part, it's like they needed the validation. And still till this day, a lot of women feel like they need that validation. They need to be validated. And of course, the idea of being married is like a lot of women they don't really care so much for the marriage. They care more about the idea of marriage. Because a lot of women, they just want a man to pay all these bills. They just want a man to provide. They don't want to be bothered. They just want to be married to their freedom. They want to be married to their solitude. But they do like the idea of marriage, but they don't really care. So, yes, those are the reasons why women need marriage. The five primary reasons, of course. And if a man says marriage is just a piece of paper, blah blah blah, well, if marriage was just a piece of paper, then he could quickly and easily just go get that piece of paper like it's nothing. He could quickly and easily just go and get married to the woman he's with, but since he knows, since it's more than just a piece of paper and he knows it, he's just trying to make the woman believe that it's just a piece of paper because he's afraid of that piece of paper. He's scared. He's hiding from that piece of paper because he knows that that piece of paper, it offers women legal and financial protection, and it makes it harder for the man to leave without financial responsibility. And it's more than just a piece of paper, it's a commitment that offers women legal and financial protection. Okay. So it's a legal contract also. So that's what it is. So those are the reasons why women need marriage. And that's all I had to say without saying too much. I hope you've been inspired by this conversation and be inspired. Bye.